Every fire begins with a spark, but not every spark deserves to become a flame. Anger is fire. It can refine you or it can ruin you. But the choice, oh, the choice, is always yours.
Sometimes anger just waits, quiet, patient, smoldering under your ribs like coal that refuses to die. It's that feeling, that tightening in your chest, that tremor in your hands. You may call it frustration, righteous anger, or self respect. Many confuse anger's real motivation with justice. Actually, it's deception. Anger feels like power in the moment until you realize it's just emotion in a costume. It tricks you into thinking you're in control when really it's driving you. It tells you that if you say just this one thing, send that one message, raise your voice a little louder, you'll win. But anger doesn't care about winning, it just wants to feed. And interestingly, that meal is usually you. Anger loves to disguise itself as righteousness. It makes you feel noble, like a defender of truth, some truth. But the truth is, most anger isn't moral, it's personal. Sometimes what we call righteous anger is just ego trying to stay relevant. Here's what happens when you're angry. Your brain floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline. It primes you for battle, but shuts down a part of your mind that thinks. That's why you say things you later wish you could unsay. Because anger is a thief that robs your wisdom, hands you a weapon, and tells you to swing. I once met a woman who hadn't spoken to her sister in 18 years. She said she couldn't even remember what started it, only that she refused to be the first one to apologize. Sometimes anger just hardens. It calcifies into silence, pride, distance. It convinces you that peace is weakness and holding on is strength. But if you look closer, you see that holding on is just another form of burning. Anger always shows up disguised, dressed as justice, but underneath, it's just hunger. Remember the story? A crowd caught a woman in adultery. Anger filled the air like smoke, stones ready in their hands, hearts boiling. Justice, they called it. But Jesus didn't fight with them. He just wrote in the dirt and said, "He that is without sin, cast the first stone." See, that's what divine restraint looks like. Not weakness, not passivity, just clarity. Anger makes noise, but wisdom makes space. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like I always have to clarify this point. Anger isn't always evil. Sometimes it's the only honest response to evil. But like fire, it must serve you, not rule you. Anger becomes holy when it protects, not when it punishes. There's a moment right between anger's spark and your reaction. In this moment, you get to decide who you'll be next. That half second is your kingdom. If you lose it, you become a slave to fury. But keep it, and you become king over your emotion. Anger isn't proof that you are alive. It's just proof that you still have fire inside of you. But even fire needs a purpose, or it will eat whoever or whatever holds it. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Anger is not your enemy. Ignorance is. So don't just fight from a place of fury, because the moment you let your anger pick your battles, you've already lost.